Hi, I'm Amy Dowling coming to you from Fusion Pilates here in Asheville, North Carolina. And today we're going to be talking about unwinding the wrist and the lower arm muscles. So many of us spend lots of time doing this. And much like our feet, where we spend a lot of time in the studio unwinding the musculature and the bones with the tennis balls, our lower arm and wrist and hands need that same kind of attention too. So we're going to start with just a little bit of reverse motion here. So this is called a reverse prayer hand. And you just put the backs of the hands together and align all the fingers. So just this can be fairly difficult for many people, but you're going to do the best you can. And then you want to draw a line down the sternum so that hopefully you can get to where the hands and the wrists are perpendicular to each other. So you're trying to make a straight line from elbow to elbow, and you just want to breathe into this stretch. For many people, getting their thumbs together is very sticky and tricky. And so just spend a few moments breathing into this, come out of it. And if you can only get to here and keep the wrists together and the fingers together, that's fine. But the ultimate goal is to draw those fingers down and kind of find this position with the lower arm. So this is kind of that deep flexion of the wrist this way. Then we want to unwind that and bring the fingers towards the floor. So again, you may find that your hands want to do this or this, depending on where your tightnesses are. But the goal is to have your middle finger pointing towards the floor and really lengthen through the whole arm. And then from here, you want to kind of play with each finger and allow each one to kind of stretch and find a little bit more mobility, because you can see how my fingers want to snap forward as soon as I let them go. So I have quite a bit of tightness on that inner arm there. And then from here, to challenge this a little bit more, you're going to try to bend this elbow and bring it into your rib cage, keeping the fingers pointing down and the forearm parallel to the floor. So it's not here, right? We're trying to really keep that alignment. And then you're just going to extend and flex several times to open up the front of the wrist. And so that can be a really nice counter stretch to this reverse prayer. So that's all well and good. I would shake out your hands a little bit too, just to get the circulation going again. And then the last thing we're going to do, and I have a stool here, but of course you could use your kitchen counter or your kitchen table. You're going to place your forearm on that surface. And we have two bones in the forearm here, the radius and the ulna. And they can kind of get stuck and jammed together. So Casey, one of our other great trainers here, showed me this several years ago, and it's been a real lifesaver for me. And so I'm just taking my elbow and I'm trying to kind of tease those bones apart, and this is pretty sticky in here. And so you might find a different spot for you, but you want to explore all the way from the wrist up towards the elbow and just kind of open that musculature and allow those bones to really release. And it doesn't have to take very long, just a couple minutes breathing into it. You can also use the hands to do this as well, even if you don't have a surface that you can reach on. It can be really helpful. And for me, right up here is just very, very tight. And then I want you to just take the whole hand, and it's almost like you're taking off a very tight sleeve, that you're just trying to unwind and lengthen through that fascial connection, and just kind of connect the dots for yourself again. So that's it for today. I hope you have fun releasing your wrists and lower arms.